SoFi second quarter results were out this morning, and we're going to find out from Anthony Noto, who's the CEO, that the numbers are really great. We want to see if the stock will react to it because it's not reacted to the last two times that they had good numbers. Anthony Noto, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
Doing great, Jim. Thank you for having me. Hi to you and David.
Yeah, I've got David here too. All right, so Anthony, explain to me how you can have such extraordinary numbers, and why do you think that the market's not reacting to the fact that you're 40% now of a software product that's absolutely terrific? You have a declining number of charge-offs, which is really amazing at this point in the cycle. You've got people, a huge number of people have signed up. When will people realize that you're going to have a breakout of tremendous proportions and go ahead of it? Or do they have to see the real breakout before they realize, holy cow, why didn't I buy that stock?
SoFi stock has recently reported earnings, and the results were mostly positive. However, as we can see in this price chart, SoFi Technologies stock, ticker SOFI, has really fallen off a cliff in recent trading sessions. Here we have a 4-hour chart, which shows that there has been a very substantial movement lower after the stock posted highs just below the $8 mark. This would have come in at $7.95 during the July 30th trading session. So in the previous clip, we saw that Jim Cramer was sort of expressing some surprise at these market reactions. And we can see that, there are many investors that are currently invested in this stock, which are experiencing these losses despite the fact that the company does have a relatively strong outlook, and the company's earnings reports on a quarterly basis most recently have shown some very positive performance numbers. So in this video, we're going to look at some potential price levels, which can be used to outline trades and identify some upside price targets here, because I do think that the stock could be en route here for some very substantial gains here going forward.
Yeah, I think this quarter is definitely a milestone quarter. When people sit back and do the work, they'll realize the magnitude of the transition we made. We had record revenue, as you know, almost $600 million, up 22% year over year. That would have never happened without us driving diversification outside of lending, which only grew 5%. The financial services sector segment grew 80% year over year, and it's driven by both 40+% product growth and 29% growth in revenue per product, both of which will continue to propel the growth of the overall company. So we've made a transition from risky, capital-intensive lending business to higher return, less capital, less risk financial services business. That's been happening throughout the year, and without the scale that we've achieved this quarter, we'd have never gotten to another quarter of record revenue and really strong improvement in profits and some good underlying trends, as you mentioned, in lending, which is optionality on rates coming back down. I think in terms of the stock, I think it's just a question of where rates going, where the economy's going, because people feel great about the results. Now they're worried about what's going to happen next week, what's going to happen next month with rates and with credit overall. We did also point out that we saw an inflection point in our delinquencies for personal loans, which is an important milestone as well.
So as we can see here, there's some fairly important fundamental factors that are currently influencing the company and affecting its earnings outlook here. But at the same time, we are seeing some fairly significant movements lower in the share prices themselves. For these reasons, we do need to sort of take a look at the current price move lower and then identify some price targets here that can be used for profitable trading positions for SoFi stock going forward. So currently, we can see that we're falling here from ultimate highs that posted at $8.06, which came during the July 18 trading session. If we're looking at this dominant price move here from those highs, the dominant price move that resulted in those highs, we can currently see that the stock is trading very close to the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant price move. This price move also comes from the lows, which posted at $6.15. So when we're seeing this type of event here with the Fibonacci retracement levels, we can expect the stock to start to see some support roughly right around this area and then start to move higher. So ultimately, this does mean that the stock is a fairly strong buying opportunity at the moment. So if we sort of take a step back here and look at some of the broader price trends here that have developed, we can see that the stock has seen some fairly significant highs in the not too distant past. Specifically, we can see that the stock was already trading roughly near $10.50. If we just go back to the end of 2023, this would be the December period in 2023. So this would already put us very close to our $12 price target for this stock. But in some ways, this might actually be a conservative outlook here because we could go back a bit further, just toward the middle of July. So this is about 1 year ago. This would have been the end of July 2023. We can see that the stock was trading, at just around the 1170 mark. So overall, this does put us very close to this target of this $12 per share potential outcome here. And we can see that these recent declines lower have put us in a fairly strong support zone that could actually start to send prices higher. If we look at the relative strength index, we could see that there is some potential for some further declines here, given the fact that we have not yet reached oversold territory in the relative strength index. That would be the purple line at the bottom of this chart here. So currently the relative strength index is trading at roughly 35, and we wouldn't be in oversold territory until we reach the 30 mark. So this does mean that there is some potential here for the share price to move lower. But as we can see in this chart, a small amount of share price movement would actually put us right into contact with this 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant trending move here. Currently, this 786 level comes in at roughly 655, and the share price at the Friday close came in just above 665. So if we're looking at this potential price zone here as a potential turnaround point, there is some scope here for some fairly strong upside, given the fact that the stock has had a very strong history of returning and trading around this $12 mark, and the fundamental outlook from the company in terms of earnings and revenue growth does continue to remain supportive for the stock. So, as we started this video, we were looking at some of the comments from Jim Cramer, and he was surprised that the stock is trading as low as it is. But in my view, we can start to look for buy positions here in SoFi for a potential move higher, ultimately reaching this $12 price target over the next 12 months. So here's the current market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.